Hello everyone, and welcome to Team D's response on Team C's analysis on the Clean Edge Razor case study. My name is Sam Selleck and I'm joined today by James Lubin and Thomas McGordy to go over our response. We have an incredible lineup of individuals for our team that helped put together this response. We have James Lubin, Thomas McGordy, myself, Samuel Selleck, Eric Berkman, Stephen Callum, and Thomas Reason. So will niche cut it? Team C's analysis concluded that they think Paramount Pro should place their new Clean Edge product in the niche market for at least 2 years, primarily to keep their Paramount Pro as the flagship of their company and enter into a new growing super premium market. We agree that entering this new market can provide for a stronger corporate-wide buy-in and allow for less cannibalization among existing products. However, we believe a mainstream launch will provide Paramount's Clean Edge product with the most success for several reasons that we're going to discuss shortly. Team C recommends that they should market Clean Edge as a high-tech, highly innovative product tailored towards the social and emotional shavers, which in and of itself computes of 39% of the non-disposable razor users. This can prove to be effective, especially to customers looking for the newest, most luxurious shaving experience. However, we believe in order to appeal to the masses and attract more customers within the mainstream segment, we should market not just as a high-tech product, but also more towards the efficiency of hair removal that sets a new standard of shaving experience in an already familiar, competitive mainstream market. That way we can appeal to more than just one behavior segment of non-disposable consumers. And lastly, Team C's branding recommendations involve branding the product as Clean Edge by Paramount in order to differentiate it from its already existing Paramount Pro product and align it with the new niche market segment. And we agree that this new technology can prove to be a major breakthrough in shaving and emphasize that Clean Edge will stand apart from existing products. However, you have to be a little careful with this, as this can be a little dangerous since it can take away some of Paramount's brand name equity. It can lead customers to associate this new, vibrating, ultra-smooth shaving technology with Clean Edge, the product, rather than Paramount, the company that created it. Our team's overall recommendation is that we believe an initial launch into the mainstream market segment will be the best placement for this new product for a couple of reasons we've outlined here. Paramount already has an established market presence in the mainstream market segment, and although they do risk some cannibalization of their primary product, if marketed correctly, this new technology can set the new standard of shaving and take over the mainstream market with the company's new technological advancements. Research shows that Paramount's consumers are becoming more sophisticated and expect more advanced technology, and neither of their existing products offered that. It's been about 5 years since either product has offered any new technological advancements, so unveiling Clean Edge in the mainstream segment will give the customers just what they're looking for. And as mentioned earlier, in order to successfully launch a new product into the competitive mainstream market and appeal to the masses, the marketing strategy should be focused not just on the high technology behind the shave, but also the efficiency and the quality of the shaving experience. This will appeal not only to the social and emotional shavers, but also to the aesthetic shavers searching for efficiency of removing hair, casting a wider net on our potential consumers. However, we do agree with Team C's means of advertisement. As Team C recommended, using marketing strategies through social media and social media influencers is a great idea for this. Media was already the top advertising and promotion expenditure for non-disposable razors for Paramount, and with the growing presence of social media, it's all the more important to continue this trend. These outlets are the biggest forms of advertising, and they cast a wide net on the age demographic as well, since almost everyone is connected to a social media platform in one way or another. This can also appeal to the younger populations who are soon to begin shaving. I remember I was in high school when Instagram came out in 2010, and take a guess, that's when I started shaving. So drawing in a younger audience off the bat through these social media platforms can create new customers for life. And lastly, our financials show that if we use the suggested price for Clean Edge razors and place it into the mainstream market segment, then our profits would be significantly more than what they would have made in the niche segment. So now I'm going to turn it over to James to talk more details on the market trends and financials.
As we can see, razor usage across the disposable and non-disposable segments rose between 2005 and 2010. Disposable razor purchases grew 18.64% over this time period, exhibiting regular year-over-year growth, make up a majority of razor purchases by US dollars, totaling $522 million in 2010. Despite this impressive growth, non-disposable razor consumption grew by 22.47% over the same time period, experiencing an 11.32% drop in purchases from 2006 to 2007 before continuing its growth, totaling $218 million in 2010. Furthermore, refill cartridge sales grew 11.80% between this period, much in line with non-disposable sales trends, as refill cartridge sales rose by less than 1% between 2006 and 2007 before continuing its increase in sales performance. Speaking to the rise in popularity in shaving, depilatory consumption actually contracted during this period, decreasing by 15.38% between 2005 and 2010. An anomaly in the data is the 4.06% contraction in shaving cream consumption between 2005 and 2010. An unusual trend considering the rise in razor sales during the same period, potentially indicating less frequent shaving patterns due to newer, more efficient razors which reduce the need to shave daily. Evidenced here, profitability in the niche segment is dramatically higher when the Clean Edge by Paramount is sold at the suggested retail price, with Paramount enjoying a profit of $20.12 million in the first year and experiencing a profit of $65.09 million in the second year. This is dramatically higher than the $3.63 million and $27.24 million profit realized by Paramount during the same respective periods when sold at the manufacturer's price. This would allow Clean Edge to focus on the social/emotional market as a high-performance option for the most avid users, and allow Pro to continue its prominence as Paramount's flagship razor. However, we would suggest Paramount immediately launch the Clean Edge by Paramount directly into the mainstream segment, despite the 60% cannibalization rate. This strategy would capture the social/emotional and aesthetic consumer segments, which comprises 67% of the shaving market, allowing Avail to concentrate in the maintenance consumer segment. Despite Mr. Rosenberg's objections to the strategy, Clean Edge by Paramount's launch directly into the mainstream segment at the suggested retail price would yield $23.29 million in profit for Paramount in the initial year, while pricing at the manufacturer price would result in a loss of $14.23 million in the same time period. Furthermore, the strategy would bring $88.97 million in profit to Paramount in the second year, which is dramatically higher than the $17.06 million in profits Paramount would experience during that same time period at the manufacturer price, and still significantly more than the $65.09 million in profits Paramount would take in if they launched Clean Edge by Paramount at the same price level in the niche market. Despite this noticeably higher cannibalization rate, Paramount would expose its Pro brand to by launching the Clean Edge by Paramount line directly into the mainstream market. The financial evidence to support this decision is almost irrefutable, particularly when taking into consideration Mr. Kim's assessment of the razor market. As consumer preferences change and customers demand more technologically advanced shaving products, Clean Edge by Paramount will not only satisfy these evolving tastes, but also enable Paramount to remain competitive with its primary competition, Prince and B&K.
A critical consideration we had to factor was if Paramount launches the Clean Edge product as a mainstream product, will they be able to raise enough money and awareness for the marketing campaign to compete with their competitors? The 2010 budget totaled $48.3 million, with $20.2 million for advertising and $28.1 million for consumer and trade promotions. The year one mainstream marketing budget is $42 million, and the year two mainstream marketing budget is $39 million. This will leave Paramount Pro and Avail with only $6.3 million in year one and $9.3 million in year two for advertising and promotion. Here is a visualization of the data from the previous slide. The blue bars represent the advertising dollars, the orange bars represent the promotional dollars, and the gray bars represent what will be left for available marketing for Pro Avail once the allocations are conducted. As you can see in the graph, the far left bar represents the 2010 budget totaling $48.3 million, $20.2 million for advertising and $28.1 million for consumer and trade promotions. The middle bar represents the mainstream budget for year one at $42 million for the Clean Edge marketing and a remaining $6.3 million for Pro Avail marketing. Paramount would be allocating 87% of their total budget for Clean Edge for the year one. The far right bar represents the mainstream budget for year two at $39 million total for Clean Edge and $9.3 for Pro and Avail marketing. Paramount would be allocating 81% of their marketing budget for year two for Clean Edge. If the marketing budget trends continue, we predict that Paramount will be able to allocate less market and promotions budget towards Clean Edge once the product has been successfully integrated into the super premium market. Reallocation of existing budgets will be required to ensure that Clean Edge enters the market with a significant impact. While we agree that the cost of advertising and promotions is high for targeting the mainstream market, we believe that performance that Clean Edge will make on the mainstream makes justify for the first couple of years. Regardless, Paramount will need to show a thorough marketing plan to justify these allocations. This leads us to ways that Paramount can market their product. Group C offers suggestions using cents-off coupons, a coupon with a free razor with a cartridge purchase, and using social media and podcasting. We agree with all forms of the promotion to teach consumers about the product. However, since we believe that Paramount should market to the mainstream instead of the niche market, we believe that additional promotions will need to be run to ensure that the cost is efficient. A few promotional suggestions that we have include Every Door Direct Mail, which is a targeting mail marketing service from the United States Postal Service. Paramount can send direct mail advertisements directly to consumers' homes. Paramount can offer a subscription service and give discounts to customers who sign up for deliveries. Paramount will be jumping in on a new trend that is on the rise for the delivery subscription services. A recent Facebook campaign called No Shave November went viral. Paramount can market December as Clean Shave December and offer discounts over the course of the month. Consumers can clean up for the holidays with Clean Edge by Paramount. And lastly, growing a playoff beard is popular among men during major playoff sporting events. Paramount can offer discounted razors to fans of eliminated teams when they decide to shave their beard. A critical consideration that had to be made is if Paramount should enter the niche market initially and then transition into the mainstream market after a year or two of becoming established. Based on the profit and loss projections, we rejected the notion of entering the niche market. The niche market was only profitable when selling at the manufacturing price. The suggested retail price at the mainstream market will be far more profitable in both years one and years two. The transition from niche to mainstream may be more costly since the product is already in an established market. Launching mainstream also does not necessarily guarantee a reduction in cannibalization. Entering the mainstream market will establish Clean Edge as a superior super premium product that is accessible to all behavioral segments. Paramount's competitors have existing products in the super premium segment, and only focusing on the niche market will limit the product's reach. Waiting a year or two could eliminate the competitive advantage that Paramount would have since their competitor Nave is set to release a similar product to Clean Edge in September 2010. On a similar note, we had to factor if Paramount was making a mistake by focusing on marketing only towards the male demographic after launching the product. Paramount's decision to start the launch of Clean Edge in the men's market limits the potential profits that could be gained from the women's market. The clinical testing showed no difference in Clean Edge's performance between men and women. Both achieved the 25% increase in hair removal and benefits to skin condition, skin tone, and skin texture. Paramount could become a leading company in the women's market by marketing an innovative product that is not typical to the women's market.